Bourbon on the rocks?
It's pushing the line. It's not afraid to go there.
There are a ton of surprises. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Whoa, members only. You think Eric can endanger us? Let's be cautious.
There's a change in the wind.
It all comes down to that place.
What place?
The Lair.
Here Networks and the producers of Dante's Cove invite you behind the doors.
Is this your first time to the Lair?
Number 6.
Of one killer nightclub.
Hope you don't mind, I knocked, but no one answered.
In this town,
We just found another body out at Bayside Drive. See for yourself.
evil is on the rise.
Takes all kinds of freaks to make up this world.
The gay audience is going to really dig it because they'll be turned on, but also kind of freaked out.
Von Humboldt once said, how a person masters his fate is more important than what his fate is. I wonder if he ever found himself trapped in a rusty cell waiting for a coven of bloodthirsty killers to come for him.
It's like a vampire show about vampires that are gay, I think.
Essentially a vampire story, but with lots of gay characters and lots of horror.
It's a dark show about a group of vampires that live in this town and kind of reside in this nightclub called the Lair.
I think probably the funniest scene in all the episodes was when the deputy goes into the room. All the vampires are laying out naked, you know, they're sleeping, and then he goes in there with his gun.
Okay, guys, wakey, wakey, rise and shine.
They all just get up and maul him. It's so hilarious.
Wait, stay right there, stay right there.
People come in and we kill them and turn them into like the family.
The Lair opens its arms and welcomes a new member into the inner sanctum. I'd like to introduce you to my latest creation.
I think people are really going to be really psyched about the show because it's sort of on the same kind of fun atmosphere as Buffy, that is very campy, but also kind of scary and very, very sexy.
The Lair is basically a gothic soap opera telenovela, as they say, and it has a lot going on. There's reincarnation, there's lost love.
Some bodies are showing up, and there is a reporter that is investigating these John Doe murders.
Tom?
Frankie.
I played the jealous boyfriend of Jonathan.
What I'm trying to tell you is that all those murders you've been running about for the past year are all linked to that club.
You think there's a serial killer targeting the club?
It's...
What's wrong? You okay?
They know.
Frankie, what are you saying? Hey, what about the money? I am trying to get information about these murders. My boyfriend's spying on me the whole time, and he thinks that I'm cheating on him with another guy. That causes him to kind of go out and investigate, and then when he investigates, he winds up at the Lair.
Would you happen to have an invitation?
Not on me, but I'd like to talk to Frankie.
It was a terrible decision to go to the Lair because, you know, it was just a jealous rage.
Right hand, please.
Thanks, but I just want to talk to Frankie.
In case you change your mind later.
I won't.
After being bitten, I have, you know, I'm in a trance, I have amnesia.
God, why don't I remember anything?
And then there's comas and trances and witches and vampires and sex, and it's just a big spiral of fun. But you gotta watch to find out the surprises. I can't give away everything.
I play the character of Frankie Martin, who is kind of the whipping boy, do-boy for Colin and Damien. And Frankie kind of does a lot of the dirty work, which is take out the trash, both literally and figuratively.
Time to take out the trash, Francis.
All right, Damien. As soon as we close.
He seems like he's always on the brink of, like, breaking down and just being really upset.
You told us to look for your painting. I thought that's what you wanted.
It is.
I play Damien on the show. He is the head vampire. He runs the Lair, the nightclub. And since he's a vampire and he's the living dead, yes, he's a bad guy.
Someone here has betrayed me. I want to find out who it is. I have always protected this family. And yet one among you has seen fit to jeopardize all of us. And for what? Jealousy? Envy?
Is there any good to him?
I have no desire to punish. I want it found, and I want it returned. Now find it!
I'm gonna say no. But that's his curse. It's a dream, because you're able to just kind of live out a different fantasy and try completely different new things.
Let's be cautious.
I'll keep an eye on him.
I think we may have to do a lot more than that.
The character I play is Colin. And I'm kind of like the second in command, kind of like Brutus. I'm not a really nice person, but I don't die at the end of the series, just so that you all know.
If you're feeling adventurous,
Kind of like a deli counter.
more like roulette.
I have dark hair, but most of the characters on the show had dark hair, so since I'm a badass, they were like, do you mind looking like Kiefer Sutherland at the end of Lost Boys? I think that's kind of what Fred was going for. And if it's not, that's what he got anyway, so sorry about that, Fred.
You know, you really should apply for membership. It has so many rewards.
You.
Ah, so now you remember. And I can see why. Damien's power over you has been, well, cut off. But none of that really matters now that you're here.
I'm playing Jonathan. Jonathan was the boy who went from foster home to foster home, kind of like a bad boy, an outcast. So he's really jealous and immature at times, and he's always thinking somebody's out to get him, or he's thinking somebody's gonna do him wrong.
Look, kid, I know you went to that club, okay? You had the rubber stamp on the back of your hand, just like the dead guy at the morgue that we lost, just like your pal Tom. Hell, I even got one myself when I was there, just to be sure. So whatever happened to you happened because you went there.
If that's true, someone at that club meant to kill me.
And they might try again.
I play Sheriff Trout, who is a typical police officer who is trying to figure out what's going down.
Damn, this guy really gets around. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go clubbing.
He already told you he doesn't know.
I'd just like to hear it from him.
We had a few words. Tom is he's a good guy.
I mean, it didn't occur to me until later that last night my phone rang, and when I answered it, the only thing I heard on the other line was music. It was like it was coming from some kind of club or a party.
Who was it?
That's just it. There was no one on the other line. I mean, I think it was Jonathan, but he either changed his mind or he couldn't talk and he hung up.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. We had some words over a meeting I took with this guy who promised me straight dope on the John Doe killings. The meeting was a bust, except for the necklace the guy gave me. What I didn't know is that Jonathan was spying on me.
He's trying to prove to his boyfriend that he's for real.
And he thought that you were seeing someone else behind his back?
Yeah, I tried to explain it and I thought I worked things out, but when I got out of the shower, he was gone, along with the necklace and the book of matches.
Whoa, 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 book of matches?
Yeah, from that place, the Lair.
The Lair? The sex club? You think he went there that night?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he went to go see that Frankie guy for himself. He didn't believe me.
If this is true, you have got to tell Sheriff Trout about it.
He kind of upholds the moral standards, and he's a go-getter. He's out to make a career for himself. He's just a hard worker.
It says here the amulet was part of a bigger collection of pieces believed to have been created before this place became a town.
You know what? Maybe it was made by the same people who built those megalithic ruins out by the old spring.
I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't gotten to that part yet.
I am playing the role of Lara. I am the only female in this show. she's troubled and there's issues in her relationship with her boyfriend.
Are you trying to run out on me?
I don't want to go home because you're there. I just get to the point, I'm strong enough and I'm done. So it was nice to be able to go to those darker places and cry on camera and just really let go.
It's really not the kind of night you want to find yourself alone in the dark.
But
I'm not gonna hurt you. There's something you need to do. You've been wanting to do it all night. And now you can.
There is a nice little twist that happens that you would not expect Laura to do.
It'll only take a minute. And then you can leave. Pick up the knife. And now you know what to do.
What makes the vampires so hot in this film, so good, is that they're so charismatic.
I love it. I love being able to wake up and know that I'm gonna go to set and be like a vampire all day. Have you seen my fangs? They're honkers, man. They're like huge, and I like open them out. So yeah, they're really fun.
The truth is, we're a coven of vampires. And when the sun sets again, you're going to die.
You can't be serious.
You're just gonna have to trust me on this one. But I'll be back later to prove it to you.
I think vampires have basically eroticized killing. It's almost like a relationship encapsulated in like a couple of seconds. There's the courting when the vampire is approaching his victim, and it's very seductive and fluid and whimsical. And there's the kiss, which would be the bite, which is actually the climax, and it just all ends in this erotic spiral of death.
That's just super, super sexy in a completely different way that we're used to.
Will he be joining us later?
I don't fancy him. Do you?
No. I don't.
Good. Then death will be his final destination. And on to other matters. You serve me well, my little Colin.
We have this flashback scene of the 1800s where I'm in this, these Victorian clothes and a wig pulled back, and I look like almost like a girl. But the masculinity, once we get our shirts off, it's something that sort of goes beyond sexuality into this other realm of just maybe even fetish.
Audience will respond to this vampire eroticism because it's hot, it's dark, it's sexy, it's moody. It's tapping into a morbid fantasy.
If I could have anything, I'd want to be like you.
Be like me. Something so simple.
I want to live forever. I don't want to die. You're getting ready for this really, really intense, dramatic scene, and you're trying to focus all your energy into this character, and there's a man walking by with like a leather strap on and a thong, and that's all.
The lure of the vampire has to be the fact that they're seemingly free with their sexual selves. They're mysterious. They can do all sorts of tricks.
And action.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, may I ask who you are?
I was gonna ask you the same question.
Damien is definitely a bad guy, and in the hospital, he is trying to get Jonathan and finish the job. And Tom and I, who is like my best friend in the world, you know, we walk in and catch him.
I was looking for a doctor.
He's in his office. We just left him. Is he okay?
He's fine. I'm Matthews from cardiology. I'm off duty, but I thought I might check on him on my way out.
Sorry if I startled you. Tom Etherton.
Tom Etherton, the newspaper writer.
Yeah, do I know you?
I've read your column. I've especially enjoyed your pieces on the John Doe murders. Have you come up with anything new?
I'm right in the middle of it, actually.
I'd like to talk to you more later.
Can you guys move in?
The atmosphere was awesome. I've worked with like a number of cast and crew, and this one is by far my favorite.
I mean,
You have an opportunity to play, if you will, play make-believe. There's a very safe environment here to do that.
Now listen up, both of you. Just because I'm holding a search warrant doesn't mean we're not in danger in this place, okay? Just want to see if we can find any evidence of what's been going on, and if we're lucky, maybe we'll find your missing boyfriend, okay? Don't expect a warm welcome.
It really is like the best job in the world where you come someplace and you get to do what you love doing and you get to be around such cool people doing such cool material.
What do you want? You forgot something today. I want to make sure you got it back. Where'd you get this? Tom, my boyfriend, he doesn't want it, and I don't want him to have it. I don't understand. Then let me make it clear to you. Tom and I are in a relationship, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to protect it. I don't know anyone named Tom. And if you're smart, you'll get out of here while you still can.
Are you threatening me? I don't even know why I even bothered coming here. Tom was right about you. You are a loser.
That's right, I am. And if you care about him, you'll leave now and never come back.
I'll leave as long as you and I are clear.
Don't ever come back here again, or you'll be sorry.
Just remember what I said. Oh my God, what happened to you?
Nothing. Nothing. It was an accident. It's just forget it, all right?
Who did that to you?
No one. Just leave me alone.
I think as a kid I was drawn to the horror genre because of the different varieties of creatures, and there's a lot of freedom and a lot of flexibility. But he's not young either. He's the bloodsuckers.
He did a lot of low-budget horror back in the day, and he did a lot of, shoot-'em-up movies, and so he's very specific and very smart and very quick.
Fred is phenomenal. He's really great about making sure that all the characters were fleshed out. He did such a great job of making sure that all of us are separate and we all have like meaning and purpose.
Fred has been absolutely great.
How much psychic vibe you want? If I do this, he'll really jump.
He'll stay as long as it takes to make sure you're feeling comfortable.
Well, then get rid of it. I'm working on it, baby. Hear your psychic vibes and look up.
Rolling, quiet please.
Action, David.
You hear me. Listen to my words. Listen and hear. I want you to come to me, Tom. Follow my voice and come to me. You know where I am. Come to me. Now.
When I drive home every night, I'm just laughing to myself, just giggling, like thinking about all the stupid little things that have kind of gone on and just the fun we've had.
We make all the guys wear little kids' shirts on here because it fits them so tight. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Ain't it?
He just likes
there's not a cheeseburger.
Thanks.
Yeah, get out.
I'm out here. Working with a bunch of beautiful, beautiful men is just wow. And being the only woman, of course, I get to enjoy every moment of it all to myself, so I like that. Oh my God. Are you okay? The boys just have a lot of surprises for you, and just when you think you've figured something out, there's something else going on. Tom, that's too fantastic. Stuff like that doesn't happen. Maybe it's drugs. People get killed over that all the time, but it doesn't prove that there are gay vampire witches operating a sex club on the island.
The atmosphere on this set, we've had the most amazing time.
I feel sorry for you, my friend. I truly do.
Well, don't.
I've had a very good time with the actors on the show. A lot of them are very funny people, and they want to please.
It's been a pleasure working with that guy.
Got a tail?
The cut!
It's time. Time to rise. Time to join us. Eric, listen to the sound of my voice. Hear the sound of my voice.
I think people like bad guys because they can kind of live vicariously through them. You know, they can sort of jump in their skin and think, wow, I wonder what it'd be really like to kill that person.
Not dead. I dropped him off the old coast road just like you told me.
I wonder if he's conscious.
There's something for everyone in the Lair. There's so much variety in the program.
I think the Here Network and the show will be very successful.
I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry. I should have given you a chance to explain.
You gotta change the way you think about us, okay? I love you.
I love you too.
People are gonna love the Lair because it has everything that they want this day and age. It has great sex, it has great suspense.
It's people's fantasies. People love vampires. They love like that whole dark side of things because it's still sexy.
You. I'm also the service manager. It's incredibly wild. That's what makes this place so special.
I think what's so great about this show is there's a huge market for gay audiences and gay-themed shows. And the fact that there's not only a gay show, but a gay show with a horror and a vampire theme, people are gonna totally dig it.
Jonathan, where have you been? I've been going crazy. I just had this horrible feeling that you were in trouble and needed help.
I'm so sorry, Tom. I'll never run out on you like that again.
Everybody will watch this because it's so catchy. Everybody's gonna want to know what's gonna happen next.
It keeps you on your toes. You really don't know what to expect or what's going to happen next.
You can't just bust in here whenever you feel like it. This is private property. We have rights.
Well, the back door was open.
It's not afraid to go there. This series takes chances.
Who am I?
It's not afraid to show what true life is really all about without stopping where the censor would normally place its stamp.
The existence of HereTV itself is a great barometer on the way the country's starting to go.
Put some sunglasses on, you freak, because we're leaving now.
There's a change in the wind, and I think maybe we're all sitting on the edge of something that's very cutting edge and maybe looked back on in years to come as being groundbreaking and innovative.
Whose side are you gonna be on when the blood hits the fan?